Hey, this is your girl, Shashai, the host of Millennial High, where the trend-setting millennial comes for motivation, inspiration, and deep conversation. Today's show, we have a great one. We have 2 stars, one from New York on Broadway, Stanley Martin. He'll share with us his new venture, Opportunity, his first one-act play, which will be shown at the Riot Theater in March. So stick around to find out when. And then we have an amazing superstar. Everyone, she's a superstar. Sharon Hill. She's going to perform 2 songs for us, and I cannot wait for you to hear them. It's going to be great. Great show. Stick around.
Hey, it's event producer Josh Schoenwolf, and you're listening to Philadelphia's hottest inspirational talk show, Millennial High, hosted by the amazing Shashai.
Hey, it's your girl, Shashai, the host of Millennial High, where the trend-setting millennial comes for motivation, inspiration, and deep conversation. Today's show, we have a fan favorite. I love him. You love him. Stanley Martin is on the show today.
Hey.
We know that he is this fabulous Broadway dancer, Broadway performer, right? But he's doing something really cool. So he stepped out a little bit from Broadway, and now he's a playwright. And we're going to talk a little bit about that journey. And we're going to talk a little bit about his one-act play called Opportunity. And also, he started this awesome company. It's called Mixed Messages, and he has these comedy skits that are so hilarious. So I can't wait to talk to him about that. And also, we're going to have 2 numbers for you, 2 musical numbers. We have Sharon Hill on the show, Philly native, awesome singer, and I can't wait to share her with you.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything the traffic will allow. Nowhere could you have that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show people, they smile when they are low. Yesterday they told you you would not go far. That night you opened and there you are. Next day on your dressing room they've hung a star. Let's go on with the show. Let's go on with the show.
Hi, I'm Anita Wig. Will you be an angel and help an innocent wig today? Every day, innocent wigs are abused, beaten, or left at the bottom of a pocketbook. They're crying out for help. Please call the number on your screen and join the ASPCYMCA if you seek Amy, and receive a monthly gift whenever we feel like giving it to you.
And we are back. I'm here live in the studio with Stanley Martin. How are you today? Welcome to Millennial High Live.
Hi, thank you for having me, and thank you for using my full government name.
Yes! Isn't that what you want me to do? Because I will call you Martin, okay? Don't test me.
Yes, yeah, Martin's fine. Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you for that, because it's so hard for me to call you Stanley. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Again, thank you for having me. I'm glad that this is my first time doing your live show. So, hey.
It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time.
Yes.
It was already fun, right? In the beginning.
Yes.
So, for those watching at home, who haven't heard the radio show, so Martin was on my show twice.
No, just one.
Just the ones?
Yeah, my dad was on twice.
Oh, your dad was on twice.
That's the other Stanley Martin Christmanis.
Yes, that's true. Martin was on one time, maybe one of the first episodes on my radio show, WPPM 106.5 FM. And it was a great episode. I'll never forget. We come on and he just has me laughing so hard because he's so funny. This man is so funny.
Well, thank you. Oh my God.
So tell us a little bit about yourself for those at home watching who don't know who you are. Who is Stanley?
Well, Stanley's sitting right here doing this interview. No, my name is Stanley Martin Christmanis. I'm originally from Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I grew up in a very theatrical family. My mom, she is a dance teacher who owns her own studio called Step 2 Dance Center down in Levittown. My dad, he's a piano technician, voice teacher. He's also a part of SAG-AFTRA for some of the people out there who know what that is. So I have the dancing, I have the singing, and then I have my sister who's there. So I just...
No.
No, I kid. I love Asia.
We love Asia. Asia is an amazing choreographer.
Yes, she's a great dancer.
Killing it right now.
She's a great choreographer as well. Yes. Yeah.
So,
and she's done a lot of stuff too.
But that's your family. So talk about you.
Oh, yeah. I've been performing professionally ever since I was 10. The very first show that I performed in professionally was Bristol Riverside Theater's Romeo and Juliet. So, 10.
10.
I can't believe 11 years just flew by. That's
11.
So great.
You wish.
Just
you
11
wish it was 11. I'll give you 15. You can say that.
I've been performing nonstop, even my senior year of high school when I went to Truman High School for any the Trumanites out there. I booked the international tour of West Side Story as well as working at Walnut Street Theater at the same time. Both West Side Stories. Don't know how that happened, but hey. And now I'm currently working in Aladdin on Broadway as an ensemble member and an original Broadway cast member. And we're about to celebrate our 5-year anniversary.
5 years?
5 years.
It's been 5 years.
Yes.
5 years on Broadway.
Yes. And I'm still 21.
Yes.
Anyway.
And I'm 27.
Woo, okay. Not enough Vaseline.
No.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean when it makes me laugh? I can't even focus. Tia, get it together. I'm going to get it together. For you at home, I want to get it together.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about so most people feel, listen, I'm on Broadway. I made it. Everyone wants to make it to New York and they want to make it to Broadway.
Yes.
Especially when you're a singer, dancer. You made it to Broadway.
Yes.
And now you want more.
Yes.
So tell us about tell us about that, from Broadway to playwright.
Well, that's the thing. I've always had this passion for writing ever since I was a child, ever since I could learn to read and write. I would write murder mystery novels all the time on my aunt's old typewriter. You know my Aunt Julia.
Yes.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, Aunt Julia. And I would just create all these short stories and everything like that, mainly because my mom would watch PBS's, Agatha Christie stories all the time. Yeah. So just a little throwback moment for you. And I've always, even when I was in middle school and high school and everything like that, I was always writing poetry or I was writing some kind of short story or something. I just loved the idea of creating something. So it wasn't until I was about to enter my 30s when I decided to actually thought about maybe I can change this over and turning this into an actual career. So yeah.
So then what was that step like for you? So what was the first, so for those at home who want to, let's just say you're in a career that you love, but you want to try something new. What was the first step for you?
Well, usually my right foot, because I'm right-footed as it is. So I usually go right and then after that I go left. No.
I'm going to make him sing. Just for that. Just for that.
No, it's just, okay. So the first step of that was, The real catalyst for all of that was I was doing a talk back for Aladdin, and sometimes they'll do that. They'll bring in groups and everything like that. And one of our actors was talking about the fact that he was like, for you to be in a Broadway show for this long, you can't have this be your entire life. You have to do something else or else you will go absolutely insane because you're doing the same thing every night 8 times a week.
Right.
So yeah, and it was one of those things too where I was getting older. I'm just like, you know what? There's been several people that have said you have a great voice and you're funny. Why not put up a cabaret? Why not turn this into something else? Da da da. And I was always in my head.
Cabaret, your cabaret.
Oh, thank you.
I loved it so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Green Eyed Soul was the first one,
That
and
was
then
the first
Smoke and
one.
Mirrors.
Yeah.
We're gonna show a clip
Oh, okay. Hey.
We're going to show a clip of that. So
Yeah.
we're definitely going to show a clip of Stanley's, both cabarets. You gave me both. I want both.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to see him.
Oh, hey.
And I want another one.
No, I know. It's one of those things where I got like so many other projects that are happening right now. I just got accepted. Somebody asked me if I would write for one of their sketch shows at the People's Improv Theater in New York. So it's like my first time.
Yes.
Working for somebody else. Exclusive. Update. Anyway. So yeah, it wasn't until I was like, okay, you know what? I'm getting out of my own head. I'm going to actually go to this cabaret, competition that a friend of mine suggested. He's like, you would be great for this. You should go for it. I made it all the way to the end and won the audience favorite award. And then I started writing and putting up shows, and people are like, you have a knack for this. Why not go even further with it? So I was just like, you know what? Might as well. Either or get off the pot.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So the sketches that you would write.
Yeah.
So
it's with the UCB training and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Martin, I keep on going between Stanley and Martin. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to stick with Martin because that's how I know him since he was like this little.
Well, I mean, Stanley Martin technically is my equity name.
Yeah,
so
true.
Just
okay,
drop
good.
that
Stanley
down.
Martin. So he has a company. It's called Mixed Messages.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that come about?
Well, it's because I started submitting my sketches to UCB, which is the Upright Citizens Brigade. It's an improv sketch comedy group that was created by Amy Poehler and like several other comedians that you've seen in like film and TV and all that. It's where a lot of like comedy people or like Saturday Night Live alumni or just stand-ups or whatever get their start to, further their career as like a comic artist.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started showcasing some of my sketches at UCB in Hell's Kitchen, and they asked me, okay, so what's your group's name? What's your company's name? I'm just like, oh, I don't really have a name for myself just yet. Why not just call it Mixed Messages? Because I'm like, I'm writing it and I'm like mixed. So there you go. 2 and 2, you got 4. Hey.
I love how creative you are.
Thank you. It just took so much power just to figure that out.
I love it. Okay, so from Mixed Messages.
Yes.
We got to talk about this one thing. I have to talk about it because it was so funny. So I want you to tell the story.
Okay. Well, I mean.
But I just know that you sent me a text message that was just like, Tia, watch this. And it was about a Titus Burgess fan club. I don't know how many out there watch
Unbreakable
Kimmy.
Yeah.
But it's the funniest thing you will ever see. So how did you come up with that idea?
Oh my God,
No, I'm telling you, it is so funny. I was just showing it to a coworker the other day. I mean, you did this last year?
Yes, it was last year.
The other day, and I was laughing so hard, and so was he, that I could no longer hold my phone in my hand, that I had to just like give it to him because I just couldn't.
Well, that whole sketch came about because 2 of the actors in the sketch I would use all the time for some of the other film sketches I would write or some of the UCB sketches, like the onstage stuff. And both of them are standbys, Deontay Warren and Juwan Crowley in Aladdin on Broadway. Dropping that name down too. And I would always enter their dressing room and ask one of them, I'm like, would you mind doing this? Or would you mind doing this? I would always go back and forth. And finally, I walked in there one day and I was thinking about like putting up another sketch. And Juwan has this really high-pitched voice, was like, Stanley can only have 2 big black guys in one sketch at a time. So I was like, you know what? Fine. I see you. I'll put something together. I'm like, why don't I just write a sketch called like the Titus Burgess fan club? And both of them were like, I was like, oh, hold up, wait. There's something here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so fine. So I ended up putting that up at UCB first as like a little stage sketch. It got so many laughs. And even the producer from the show was saying like, this is one that you really need to film, unlike all the other ones. So I ended up putting it up, and even Titus Burgess himself saw the sketch, loved it so much, posted it on his Facebook, and retweeted it. And it was on Funny or Die, but Funny or Die just took off like so many different sketches from other people, unless they're like part of a major company. They just deleted everything. But it's still up
Okay.
on YouTube. It's still up on my Facebook and everything else. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you just have to do a little tweaking and editing for me, and then I can actually we can do something in post. Marcus can.
Mm-hmm.
But
I have
would
to take
love
out the hardcore nudity. So it's just...
no. There's none of that. There's none of that in there.
There won't
Okay,
be. Yeah.
let's talk about opportunity.
Yes.
So that's why you're here.
For
I wanna talk
opportunity?
for opportunity.
Oh, wow.
No, to talk about opportunity.
Yes.
With me.
How many times can you say that?
So, listen, I'm just trying to drop it here, okay? I'm just trying to make sure everyone knows the name of your one-act play, Opportunity. It's so great. Okay, so let's talk about that.
Yes.
And the cast and what it was like to now step outside of Broadway for a minute and, put on this one-act play.
Well, thank you. Yeah, this is an idea that came to me when me and my castmates were taking this film, TV acting class at One-on-One Studios by Bob Krakauer. And he gave us this wonderful suggestion at the end of the class. He said that you guys, if you want to get better at performing on film and TV, maybe you should create a movie for yourself or a TV show or something. That way, everybody's on board, everyone's working together, and it's something for you. Everyone's like, oh, okay, that's great. That's wonderful. Fine. So we end up creating like this Facebook group. Everyone was like, yeah, we should totally do it. We should totally do it. And no one was really coming up with an idea of what it should be about. So I came up with the idea of being like, okay, why don't we have like a cast reunion? And that way everybody can play heightened versions of themselves. Something simple, something a little crazy. It can be funny, da-da-da. Everyone's like, yeah, that's great. Some people try to add on to it. And then all of a sudden, silence. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's just like, so nobody's all right, fine, I'll do it. Might as well. So I end up just turning it into a play and just writing from what I know and from my own personal experiences of what it's like to be an ensemble member in musical theater. Yeah.
Okay, so what did you do? That was just like a table read? What was that I went to in New York?
I had a stage reading for the show back in April. Yeah. Which, by the way, the theater festival, the Strawberry One Act Festival, produced by the Riant Theater, they actually came to see the stage reading and they loved it so much that they ended up putting it up in their festival this year.
Which is so cool. When is the festival?
Oh, my show is March 19th at 3 p.m., March 22nd at 6 p.m., and March 23rd at 9:15 p.m.
Let's talk about how did it feel when you were sitting there? Because I remember you were in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just hearing the reaction from the crowd. How does that feel?
I felt like I could unclench once I heard a laugh. So I was like, thank God. Okay. Whoo! Yes. All right. And Kegels are done. Yeah, it's just literally, that's what it is. That was that reaction. Because the whole time I was just like tense, being like, oh God, please, please, please.
But the first laugh came in like the first 1 minute. Like I didn't take that long for the first laugh.
Yeah. And it also helps set up the show as it is too. Just to be like, okay, yes, we're talking about like some serious subjects and some dark material, but at the same time, it's still a comedy. So I think it has that fine balance of comedy and drama. But it's more so comedy.
What is the key for all those out there who might want to, dive into a little bit comedy writing or just sketch writing?
Right.
What's the first step? Or not another, don't tell me about your right foot, left foot, okay? I called you.
My left foot?
No. But what is the first thing that you would suggest someone do if they wanted to get into this line of work?
Get your real estate license. No. If this is something that you really want to do, my suggestion is go to classes or just pick up a book of just saying like how to write sketch comedy for dummies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's always those baby steps, but for the most part, like there's even online courses that you can look up to. I just signed up for Gotham Writers TV Writing 1 workshop a couple of days ago, and even at like New York Film Academy, there's a whole bunch of online classes that you can go to too. Just research. Yeah. It's called Google and MSN. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's about like putting it out there too, right? Because I was just reading this book. It's called Real Artists Don't Starve. And he's saying that you need to you practice in public.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like
You have to.
A lot of people just keep it to themselves,
Right.
keep it contained. They have so much material, but they're just sitting on it because they're too scared to take that first step.
Well, the first step before anything else, again, it's taking the class. I always say this, make sure you go to some kind of class first or read up on it before you just say, okay, I'm just going to do it. Think about it first. And then after that, have like something set and then showcase your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, showcasing, that's another major step. That's like the second step after that. Like you have to be able to put your material out there,
right.
especially if you want to be a comedian. Like you have to get up on that stage and just start talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then what?
Yeah.
Nothing.
You're
going to stay in the same spot they've always been.
Yeah. And a lot of those people, it's always that those are like the shoulda, coulda, woulda people who always got like the most opinions, even though they haven't done as much.
Yeah.
So that drives me insane.
Yeah, I know.
Like
exactly.
you should have done this, you should have done that. Well, why didn't you?
What is it like to cast? Because I know I follow you on social, of course.
Oh my God.
And you were talking about, I really love this. Like you love like casting. You like being on the other side of the table, you said.
It's another unclenched moment. It's one of those things where it's just like, I don't know. I love being in charge more than anything else. And I love that whole power dynamic. But at the same time, remembering what it was like to be on the other side of the table and how there have been certain higher ups or certain people in positions of power who weren't exactly the nicest or didn't know the right way how to go about certain things and how much that affected me. So being on the other side of the table, like with casting and producing and like playwriting and everything like that, I always take that into consideration. I always like have that in the back of my mind being like, don't make these same mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
For you being the being the person doing the casting.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So what was a mistake that was made to you? Actually.
I could talk about it.
Go ahead.
There was one time I auditioned for this show called Carnival, which is like a musical that they were producing in Connecticut somewhere. And I remember I made it all the way through the cuts, made it all through the callbacks. And then finally, they asked me to sing again. I sang for them. And then the choreographer behind the table, sitting next to the director, casting director and everything, looks down at my headshot. She's like, okay, that's great. That's great. Hey, did anyone ever tell you if you dyed your headshot blue, you would look exactly like Avatar? Don't do that. If you are behind it, don't ever say stuff like that. Those little things make a difference.
What did you say?
All I did was just like...
What do you say to that?
Thank you. Let me just grab my music book and just, okay, bye. Thank you. Didn't get the job, so whatever. Yeah.
Look, they're Avatar. Who thinks that?
Like, it just, yeah.
Okay, so I'm really excited to see Opportunity in New York the end of this month.
Yeah.
It's going to be really great.
Thank you.
Asia and I have this whole plan. What?
What is this plan?
None of your business.
Well, you already just said it on your live show. Like, it's everybody's business now, all the viewers.
No, I know. I'll tell you about it later. Follow me on IG and just follow my stories. You'll see it there.
Oh my God, yes.
But no, so okay. So where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at Start. That's with 2 A's, STAART 421. Or you can follow me at Official Mixed Messages on my other Instagram page as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And on Facebook, Stanley Martin Chriswanas. Try to spell that. Anyway.
Now, just really quick, shout out your cast members.
So some of the cast members I have, none of them are here. I mean, obviously they're not on this page, but we have someone named... some of our castmates include Lauren Elray, Yamoria Wright, Luis E. Mora, Jason Kerr, Alan Pierre, and Ashley E. Matthews. I think that's everyone. Yes. Yeah, because there's 3 guys, 3 girls, in a pizza place. Yes, I got all of them. Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Also directed by Michael Blatt, who's an award-winning director for different festivals too. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've really got it together.
Well, I'm paying people, so I want the best.
Yeah. You got it together. Very good. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Martin.
Hi.
Stanley Martin.
Hi.
Stanley Martin Chriswanas.
Oh my God.
Stop!
It's like it's giving me like Vanna White with like when she's turning around the letter, it's just being like.
Okay, Martin, it's all awesome. Thank you so much for coming
Yes,
on
definitely.
the show. Thank you so much for sharing your story
Mhm.
and your everything that you're doing, like
Yes.
opportunity, mixed messages. Stay tuned, because what we're going to do is that after our musical number, our artist spotlight, sorry about that, artist spotlight, we're going to play a clip of Opportunity. We're going to play some of the sketches from Stanley's mixed messages. And yeah, it's going to be cool. So stick around.
We the people, hey, have the right to live the life we desire. We the people want our chance to succeed beyond circumstance. Hey, here we go. Coming out the shadows, standing on the shoulders of those who gave their lives before us, crying out for freedom, claiming liberties and the justices that were promised. Coming out the shadows, standing on the shoulders of those who gave their lives before us, crying out for freedom, claiming liberties and the justices that were promised. We want to live a life that's right, and we cannot be denied, no. Ain't going out without a fight, no. Search and seizures without cause, you can't justify the lives we've lost, yeah. Selfish leaders, where's our change? It's time to deliver on the promises you made. Hey, yeah. Those that gave their lives before us, crying out for freedom, claiming liberties and the justices that were promised. Ooh, crying out for freedom, claiming liberties and the justices that were promised. Hey, we want to live a life that's right. Hey, and we cannot be denied, no. Ain't going out without a fight, no, no. Go ahead and try to close your eyes and see you just don't care. What would it take to change your mind and help your fellow man? Look, crying out from the ground like in the days of Cain. Time to give the damn, extend your hand. It's time to heal our land. Oh, we want to live a life that's right. Hey, yeah. And we cannot be denied, no. Can't hold us down if they try, yeah. Hey, we want to live a life that's right, oh. We won't be denied, no.
We the people tell the government what to do. It doesn't tell us. We the people are the driver. The government is the car.
We are
And we decide where it should go and by what route
Hey.
and how fast.
Ooh, ooh.
Welcome back. We are here with Sharon Hill. She is our artist spotlight, our trendsetter on Millennial High Live today. And a beautiful song, beautiful voice.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the industry.
How did I get into the industry? I'm going to say nothing happens by accident. It wasn't necessarily my choice. I worked in corporate America for a very long time. I have a degree in medical administration. I had kids very, very early on, so my only intention was to get a job, 9 to 5,
Right.
secure the bag, take care of these kids. The hospital that I worked for in 2011 turned the tide and started laying off a bunch of people. At the time, I was just kind of dabbling in music, just doing it for fun, a little wedding band here, maybe an open mic and karaoke there. And I had some really good friends that were in the industry. They were professional musicians. And they would be like, listen, this person's touring. Like, you're free, you're home, you're not doing anything. Can I toss your name in the ring? One opportunity led to another opportunity, led to another opportunity, and it is my full-time job now.
I love when they called you and said, hey, you're not doing anything, come on tour with us. That's to open up.
To perform background vocals, several writing sessions. I write for myself as well as some other artists in the city. But just opening myself to really to every opportunity, whether it's studio sessions, singing backgrounds on other people's records. Yeah, just really being available to like wherever the ride is taking me.
You know what I love? One thing I love about musicians are the musicians that sing their own songs, right? I think just writing a song and is beautiful.
It is.
You know? And just to be able to just channel that emotion, right?
Yes.
So tell us about We the People.
We the People.
I know that has a message. Tell us about that.
That song was inspired. I used to love Scandal. So every Thursday, I was a Scandal.
We all love Scandal,
Gladiator.
Right? Yep.
I would sit there and watch Scandal. And there's this one particular episode, probably season 4 or 5, where he's taking Carrie on a tour of the precious artifacts in the White House, and they come across the Declaration of Independence. And, you know, of course, the first caption you see is We the People. Yep. And I was like, oh, We the People, that's a good song title. Like, it's a great, I sat with that title though for like 3 years.
Wow.
Before I actually had the inspiration to write the song. The 2016 elections inspired me to fully write the material of the song, like just really take into account what was happening in this country, in our atmosphere, everything around us, unlawful searches and seizures and people losing their lives and the powers that be in office, you know, just kind of running amok.
Yeah.
Not necessarily doing the jobs that we elected them to do. You know, it's like, to have this title, We the People. Now I have this material to put to these words, and We the People, the song came
It's like the song of like the revolution. You know what I mean?
It felt very much like I did a little time travel. Went back and like listened to artists like Curtis Mayfield and Stevie Wonder, and you know, just kind of listened to what was happening musically in that time frame to like make it kind of true to life, and make sure that the feel, because it couldn't be a soft R&B feel, like it had to feel very revolutionary. And you know, for us, that the late 60s, early 70s, that time frame was very revolutionary for us as African American people here in this country. So I just wanted to go back and channel that same energy and bring that vibe to the record.
Well, you did a good job.
I think I did.
You got it.
Thank you.
You hit the nail on the head with that track. I loved it. So I know that you said that you write for other people, you write for yourself. So how do you distinguish between a song that's for you and for someone else? Like, how do you know when to give it up? You know, like give up a song to someone
allow
else.
the artist to tell me what it is they're thinking. And I do most of my writing for other people in our studio sessions. Got it. So, you know, I'll come in and they'll say, you know, this is the mood, this is the vibe. You know, I'll ask about like maybe where they are in their life. If there's, you know, no particular agenda. Most times artists come with their own agenda. Like they kind of know exactly what they want to hear, what they're looking for, what they want to say. And I'll just kind of help, you know, navigate the road and put the words to it. When I'm coming in or if I'm featuring, you know, it's like, it's a full-on collaboration. Like, you know, I'm talking to this artist, they're talking to me, they're telling me their thoughts, their ideas, what their inspiration is. And I just follow it through and we try to get a banger out of it.
You know what? I just watched this show. It's like a documentary. It's called 20 Feet. 20 Feet from Stardom.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah, 50 Feet from Stardom.
Yes, 50 Feet.
Yes.
It is so
It's a great documentary.
It was, oh God, it is so good. And Judith Hill, I think.
Yep.
I love her right now.
Her voice is amazing.
It's amazing. And then you remind me of her. Like that's the sound.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so she has one track that they played on the documentary that I'm downloading it. I love it so much. And it's like very inspirational. And I kind of feel like that's the We the People. You know, that inspiration. But it's interesting how one thing about her that I noticed, and tell me what you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that they were saying how a lot of background singers, they want to come to the forefront, but it's really hard for them to.
Yes.
And I know that you said that you sung background.
I sing background currently for Vivian Green.
And you do.
Yes.
So then how do you feel about putting yourself up front, having your own music now?
What I love about the artists that I've been fortunate enough to work with in this business is they are super supportive of the journey. You know what I mean? They're always asking, like, what's up with the music? What are you doing? Anything that I put out, they're sharing on their social networks. I think you really have to have a desire to do it. Like, some background singers are really cool just being background singers.
Right.
You know, and then there are some of us that, for me personally, I know that my destiny isn't behind another artist necessarily. But I also understand that this being behind them is a heck of a learning opportunity.
Yeah.
And you kind of learn to navigate your way through this business by having someone model the way.
Yeah.
And I've been fortunate to have that. So it's like, you know, I'm like a sponge back there.
I love that.
I'm just soaking it all up, taking it all in, and you know what I mean? And so that I know what to do when it's my opportunity, when it's my time.
It's your time, right? I feel like it's your time.
I definitely feel like it.
Yes, this is your time. Right now, this is your time. I know that you're doing, you just released a single, right?
Yes.
What is the name of it?
Take You Down.
Oh, I like that title. So what inspired that song?
Oh, Take You Down had a lot of inspiration behind that. A certain someone special.
Okay.
To start with. Also, the Me Too movement. Take You Down is kind of like a woman taking control. So with the environment of everything that we're facing as women today, you know, we kind of are told to, like, you know, sit still, be soft. You know what I mean? We should be seen and not heard. Yep. And this song kind of talks about, you know, a woman kind of being both in control, but also being of service to her partner. Yeah. So that's the inspiration behind it. Yeah. A little certain someone special. The Me Too movement, a woman just really taking her power, owning her sexuality, you know what I mean? And not being apologetic for it at all. But also being a woman and being of service, you know, sexy, sultry, everything.
Right.
And Take You Down.
It's like the dichotomy of it. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, you know, we can be soft and sensual, you know, but also we can be empowered.
Absolutely.
And I kind of feel like some people think that you can't be both. But in that song,
we can be everything. We're women.
Yes, God, yes. I like that on that note. You know what I mean? The show's over. We are women. We can be everything. That's all we need to know.
Absolutely.
That's all you need to know at home.
All you need to know.
You know, I know that at this point you sing background for Vivian Green.
Yes.
So talk about that experience just for a little bit before you get into your new song.
Okay. Well, I absolutely adore working with Vivian. She is a Philly native.
Yes.
I was a fan. I'm still a fan. Long-term fan. I remember her dropping Emotional Roller Coaster back in 2001. And I was 21, going through a horrible relationship. Yes, and I would sing her songs. I literally would sit in my room, and this is kind of something I've always done, but I would study all of the parts to all of her songs. Wow. Who knew that some 10 years later, I'd end up...
It'll come in handy.
It will come in handy.
It's beneficial.
It's beneficial, and I'm standing behind her, you know, singing for her. But she is super encouraging. She's Viv is everything.
Yeah,
and it's wonderful to work for her. It's a gift. It's a blessing. I really enjoy working with her.
And I know that we talked about the documentary 50 Feet from Stardom, right?
Yes.
And you said that kind of like prepared you watching that
absolutely
before you went out on tour to kind of what to expect.
Yes. Yeah, you never you never know what you're walking into depending upon who it is you're working with. It's just like any other business, any other profession. Like, you know, when you're you're in team building or you're working with a team, you kind of never know all the personalities that you're going to be dealing with. So you kind of pray and hope for the best. Sometimes you get the best, you know what I mean? And other times not so much. But watching that documentary kind of prepared me mentally for understanding what it is to be of service in this industry. You know, and our roles as backup singers, we're serving, you know, we're serving the artists that we're working for, you know, and there's nothing wrong. There's, you know, I think there used to be a stigma kind of attached to those people who are in the back. It's like the assumption is something's wrong that they're not in the front. That they're not
in the front.
Right. And it's actually really a gift to be in the back because you're able to kind of cultivate your gift.
Exactly. It is a gift.
It's a gift.
I encourage anyone who hasn't seen that to definitely watch it because you can you have such a vital part.
Absolutely.
in them becoming like the star. Like it's so amazing. I have so much respect for you and everything you do. But I want to see you on the mic.
Yeah.
In the front. And yeah, so we'll hear Take You Down. She'll perform that for us. Listen, let me find out. I'm about to go out and find me somebody.
Take you down and get you pregnant. You got it, okay?
You're out of control. I love it. She's out of control. Sharon Hill, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having me.
Absolutely. You got to come on again.
Absolutely.
You're coming on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it. You're so great. Take You Down. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Stick around.
Yeah, yeah. 3:30, you're home from work early. I'm still spinning from the night before. Happy when I hear you walking through that door. Can I take your coat, but let me help you out those shoes. You won't need a floor, but we gon' get into. Come on, let me rub your back. Pour some brown, like chocolate heap of black. Tonight my only plan is just to service you. Can't nobody twist my body quite the way you do. Right here's where you belong. And we're going all night long. Take you down, wanna love you to the ground. Your breathing's getting weaker just before you make that sound. Tonight was all about me and you. I just wanna take you down. Tell me when you had enough, and I'll slow it down. You know I get a little vicious. I've been waiting all day long for having your business. Let's dirty these dishes. Should we settle alone as a chase? No one's around. Take me on a stairway. Tell me what to do tonight. It's all about me and you. Ain't nobody in this world I'd rather give this to. Right here's where you belong. And we're going all night long. Take you down. Ooh, breathing's getting weaker just before you make that sound. Tonight is all about me and you. I just wanna take you down. I've been waiting for you all day. Go ahead, lay your head back. I know you like it when I touch you there. How about right there? Let's get it. Boy, I want it, so let's do it. Ain't no need to play it hard to get. Come get to this. Make my love come down. Ain't no stopping now. I'ma need 10 rounds with you. Tonight is all about me and you. Take it down. Oh, oh. Hey. Just before you make the sound. Tonight is all about me and you. I just wanna take you down.
Hello, this is Stanley Martin again. Thank you, Tia Shakalata Makahata High, for having me on her Millennial High Live. Also, don't forget, Opportunity will be shown at the Strawberry One Act Festival, March 19th at 3 p.m., March 22nd at 6 o'clock, oh my God, and March 23rd at 9:15 p.m. You can get tickets at therionttheater.com, and for more information, you can call them at 646-623-3488. Thank you.
Thank you, Tia, Shashai, and Millennial High for having me here today. It's been a pleasure. I am Sharon Hill, CharonHill. You can follow me everywhere at Shar Hill Music, CharHill Music. That's on Instagram, Facebook. You can also go directly to my personal website, sharhillmusic.com. Follow me. I follow back. I still follow back. And you can catch me here in Philly at Relish on April the 3rd, 7 o'clock at night. I'll be sitting in with the band doing a couple of tunes, some real good tunes, sorry.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Stanley, for gracing us with your talent. Thank you, Sharon, for doing the same. She's so amazing. I cannot wait. She's definitely coming back on the show. So make sure you keep watching Millennial High to find out when. And as always, stay lit, love inspired, and true. I love you. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Every day that I wake, I say to myself today, it's gonna be a brighter day. It's gonna be a brighter day. The moment I'm on my feet, I'm flying suddenly. I hear a voice say to me, your dream is not reality. I'm a winner. Staring out in the crowd, I'm living in the moment now. I never really had a doubt. I never really had a doubt. Stars align perfectly. The universe is at my feet. Soaring high, no gravity. Soaring high, no gravity. You can call me crazy, better than lazy.
It's cold today, was never this way. Passing faces I recall from a yearbook page. Moved back home, heavy as a stone. Boxes filled with clothes and piles of student loans. Well, I don't know why, nobody's taking no one. People around me never have seen any steady pay. I don't know why, they think we're worth nothing every day. We all say, can't get no job with no experience without no job. It's like no one takes me serious. Working hard ain't hard enough. Can't get no job with no experience. You're not qualified to play the part. Am I blind or just delirious? I'm much more than young and inexperienced. Woo-hoo-hoo. Young and inexperienced. Woo-hoo-hoo. Young and inexperienced. 4 years slaved away for a piece of shiny paper in a frame. Parents are proud, at least for now. I'm just one among a hungry, hopeful crowd. Well, I don't know why, nobody's taking no one. People around me never have seen any steady pay. Mark my words, I didn't come all this way for nothing to hear them say, hurry up and wait. Can't get no job with no experience without no job. It's like no one takes me serious. Working hard ain't hard enough. Can't get no job with no experience. You're not qualified to play the part. Am I blind or just delirious? I'm much more than young and inexperienced. Woo-hoo-hoo. Young and inexperienced. Woo-hoo-hoo. Young and inexperienced. Woo-hoo-hoo. Someone, we're all waiting, I'm still waiting. Can't get no job with no experience without no job. Feels like no one takes me serious. Working hard ain't hard enough. Can't get no job with no experience. You're not qualified to play the part. Am I blind or just delirious? I'm much more than young and inexperienced. Woo-hoo-hoo. Young and inexperienced. Woo-hoo-hoo. Young and inexperienced. Woo-hoo-hoo. We're all waiting for our time to come. Woo-hoo-hoo. Young and inexperienced.
I almost forgot this feeling, to be on the ground kneeling. writing love letters to someone who would never remember. Yes, I should know by now. I should know better than to start writing love letters to someone who, to someone who, to someone who, to someone who the fuck. Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, you know, you would think I would know by now. You would think I would know by now. You would think, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I should know, 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 I should know better, 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 baby. Oh, yeah, oh, oh, no, 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 no. I should know, yeah. Yes, I should know by now. I should know, no.
12 noon on Sundays for Millennial High on 106.5 FM WPPM People Power Media with Tia Whitfield, the #1 show in Philadelphia that wants to give you the best in artists, entertainment, education, health, fitness, and philanthropy. Millennial High is not just a show. It is here to inspire and provoke others to take action towards their purpose in life. So if you have an uplifting, thought-provoking message, get with us at Millennial High. That is millennialhigh@gmail.com.
Millennial High.
Millennial High.
Millennial High. Tia from Millennial High.
With the one and only Miss Tia Whitfield.
At 106.5 FM. Tune in.
Thank you.